That's our house.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why does that say Gabby Schrantz?
The fuck?
Why did that just say Gabby Schrantz?
What the fuck?
Gabby? What the fuck? Gabby, what the fuck? Gabby, what the fuck? Holy shit.
What's good, y'all? In this video, we are reacting to something a little bit different. I'm actually going and doing my research a little bit, but welcome back. I'm on TikTok and well, if something reaches me in my room, it's probably some, man, shit, they got serious. That's what I gotta say. But I did my research, saw this little clip, and then looked into it, and it's just a big story of some crazy shit, basically. Let's get straight into the video.
She been comment me.
Before I do that, I just want to say that everything I'm about to say in this video is super hypothetical based on a hypothetical story. Okay? So let's go ahead and call my ex-boyfriend Byron and my roommate and best friend Labby. So basically, I had gotten a hold of Byron's phone and I was like, listen, Labby, come outside. Like, let's go through his phone together because this is not the first time that we had gone through his phone together. So we have propped up the phone, which is why I was recording when I had found out, because I was like, I know he's done stuff with other women. He cheated on me about 40 times. Hold on, let me say I take full accountability for not leaving the first time, not even the 39th. So I knew that he was doing stuff as well as before he had, had multiple relations with other women. So I knew when I was going had multiple relations with other women. So I knew when I was going through it that as before he had, as well
Strippers
had multiple relations with other women. So I knew when I was going through it that I was going to find stuff. So the video is about 1 minute and 36 seconds before I found the video of them together. Before that, you know, we thought it was funny, again, to see what was going on. To make this all make sense, I need to go back a little bit, so stay with me. Him and I had just graduated college. We'd been in a 2-year relationship, and he basically was like, hey, like,
so she's like 25,
so I had
24.
moved to Columbus from Cleveland for him, right? Me and Labby had worked at the same establishment, and I was like, hey, I'm about to move to Columbus for this boy. Obviously, she knew about him. And she was like, hey, I don't really...
It's always
have
Ohio.
any friends out here. Like, why don't I move to Columbus with you? Make the rent cheaper. Let's all get a big 2-bedroom apartment. So that's basically exactly what we did. The tape that they had taken was in September of 2024. We didn't move in until November of 2024. So they had already bumped and grind. Nobody was going to bring it to my knowledge. She swears up and down to this day, not to myself, because she has not once apologized. He has not once apologized. Nobody's ever spoken to me, basically, for pretty much the most part, from that day that I found that video of them. So she let me move in with the man that she had already bumped and grind. So who knows, how long that they were bumping and grinding anytime I went to work, anytime I was out of town, anytime I was visiting family, or just going to the grocery store. Long story short, they had taken that video in September of 2024. He didn't have the video. She sent it to him July 1st.
She sent him the video?
She sent it to him on Snapchat, which is why I say, why does this say blah, blah, blah? He had taken a video off someone else's phone.
Wait, my fault. Wait, what is she doing? Am I here? I don't know. She said she sent it to him on Snapchat, which is why I said. Is that what I'm confused at?
She sent it to him on Snapchat, which is why I say, why does this say?
She sent it to him on Snapchat. Oh, like, was it a video or was it a direct video and he just never opened it? You know?
He had taken a video off someone else's phone of the Snapchat she had sent them of the tape they had made.
Wait. So she sent it.
Or he saved it to his camera roll, which is why I hadn't seen it for basically 6 months since it had happened. A lot of people were like, oh, I would have beat her up. blah, blah, blah. When the video ended, I was in complete, utter shock. So I
Yeah,
basically was like, yo, get out the car.
Anybody really would be in complete shock. Well, some people, I'm not gonna lie, some people would start throwing hands, you know, but I feel like most people will be in shock, and you'll be a little bit too scared to, like, not scared, but you'll be too, like, what the fuck is going on? Is this real? Your body might feel numb and all type of shit. I feel like that's how it will be for most people. Everybody saying, oh, like, look, you should have showed her why nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I would hypothetically be in jail.
Her mom was staying us at the time visiting from Cleveland, and I woke her up and I was like, hey, Bookie, I just found videos of your daughter having with my boyfriend in his phone. Right after that, she had basically, I didn't come home that night because, like, obviously I couldn't sleep at the home we all shared. So I basically had went and stayed somewhere else. I came home 24 hours after that, and she had moved everything out. Like, I came in and it looked like a whole new, like somebody was moving in. After that, we had pretty much all cut communication. I didn't want.
Do you think they were close? Like, to where she could tell her mom, and she was like, I don't care, I'm going to tell your mom so she knows how you are? And do you think her mom cared?
Speak to her. She clearly didn't want to speak to me. Instead, she went and told all my business to all my personal friends and people that I held near and dear to my heart. And
What?
things that you would tell your friend that you wouldn't tell others, she went on to tell. Lied about that for a while until I found a tape of her, or they recorded her talking about it, and she basically was like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. And that's how it ended. Like, I never got an apology. I never got I'm sorry. They swear that was the one and only time that they did it in September when we were all living together. I just don't believe that, because if you're comfortable enough to make a video, you guys were comfortable enough to do that multiple times. After that, pretty much had settled down, other than people would send me videos. He was going into her job, visiting her. So I kind of knew that they hadn't cut communication, started following each other on Instagram, and I was like, yo, this is kind of weird. Baby, you were supposed to be my best friend. You were supposed to be my boyfriend. Why are you guys following each other on Instagram? Why are you going to her job? And kind of press the issue. Basically,
For real?
I started to get blackmailed, and things had...
So this happened after, and they were still cool, right? Or no, this was before but leading up? Because I don't feel like it's weird to follow your... Well, it depends on what kind of friend you are. If you're a distant friend, don't follow my girlfriend. And if I'm a distant friend, I'm not gonna follow your girlfriend. I'm not. But if we had some ties for, like, it could even be a ties for like a year, but like that cut is really, 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 really deep, follow him, you know? But you better be a ghost follower.
kind of spiraled. From there,
It's different for best friends.
I can't get into, even though this is a hypothetical story, I just don't want to get into it because I don't feel comfortable enough. Labby had been there for multiple abuse situations that had happened to me. Obviously, all the cheating that happened to me. She would sit there and listen to me cry and vent about how I truly loved this man, but he would never be loyal to me, which is, again, where I take fault. But then decided and never told me that she had slept with him. So, basically, I hadn't heard anything for months until about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was at our pool and I saw Labby on my Ring camera, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to her because, you know, she keeps telling people my business, and I just feel like that's not fair. I've handled this entire situation with grace. I kind of just moved on with my life, and I just feel like it's not fair that she's telling people
What
my
happened?
business.
Did they start throwing hands?
Hey, I don't appreciate this. Well, to my knowledge, when I had pulled up, I had seen her car and I heard it start. Byron was actually in the driver's seat and she was coming out. I was like, Byron's not supposed to be here because, oh my God, I completely left out.
Yeah.
The day after I had found out that tape, I was out drinking with my friends, rightfully so, and I saw on my Ring tape that Byron was at my home. Which I was like, why would Byron be at my home? Well, he had flipped this entire bedroom upside down. This bed frame that you see was damn near hanging from the ceiling. All my clothes were scattered everywhere. he had taken clothes of mine and things like that.
Did you take
So
pictures?
basically, I had called the cops that night. After dealing
yeah.
with, again, abuse and things like that, I never called the cops, but I had finally met my final straw. Because I'm like, why are you guys trying to play the victim? And why is he trying to break into my apartment when I actually did nothing wrong? Basically, after that, I hadn't spoken to either of them. Obviously, things had moved on. I saw her at my apartment, and he wasn't supposed to be here. So the day that I saw her at my apartment, and I saw him driving, I'm like, hey, he's not supposed to be here. Like, the police had already told him he's not supposed to be here.
So this was after. So that Instagram thing was after everything came out. Cause she seems like she's not surprised that they're still together. You know? And this is about July 26th. So
Well, I had stood in front of the car because I was like, no, you guys are not leaving.
today is October 14th, by the way. So this is pretty recent.
Leaving together, like, he's not supposed to be here, I'm calling the police. He had ended up ramming the car into, like, my feet, and running over my foot. Come to find out that they are actually currently living together, and I don't know what they came to get because he or she doesn't have anything here. I guess they took some dog food, they took the paper towels that I bought, and to be honest, after that, I don't know what they took. But that just frustrated me really bad because I was like, I haven't done anything to you guys. I'm trying to move on with my life, and you guys are continuing to show up at my apartment together.
Right.
But again, then I had found out that she was staying with him. Basically, from this point on, I'm dealing with things behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Again, she's staying with him. The last time I spoke to him, he said that she was furnishing his entire apartment. She doesn't have money. Also doesn't currently have a job. Basically, from this point on, I'm dealing with things behind the scenes. Again, she's staying with him. The last time I spoke to him, he said that she was furnishing his entire apartment. She doesn't have money. Also doesn't currently have a job. He currently doesn't have a job because he got fired from his. I know that before she was 10K in credit card debt, so I'd love to see where it's at now.
Damn, she was 10K in debt? I think, I mean, he got fired from this going viral? Because I know that be happening with people on TikTok, right? You TikTok people, let me know. This happens, you get fired when things go viral, right? I said viral, right?
As well as furnishing his entire apartment. But honestly, it's just been a mess. And this entire time, I feel like I have moved with such grace. I have definitely strengthened my relationship with the Lord. And at this point, it just seems like they're doing things to get a reaction out of me. And they're not going to get the reaction that they want out of me, because at the end of the day, if you can do that to your best friend.
No, that's ridiculous. Your best friend.
That's just demonic behavior to me. And
wait.
would rather choose to live in peace. So basically, since the day that I have found out, they have tried to, well, he did, trash my apartment, try to get a reaction out of me, currently living with him.
Hypothetically, this is alleged. This is all alleged.
Supposedly dating because his name in her phone is my ball with the heart. And honestly, at the end of the day,
shit cringe.
I wish him the best because those are two demonic human beings.
That nigga's freaked out.
That nigga's tripping. Broke my phone. The phone I'm on is a brand new phone because he smashed the other one in the street.
Damn.
I have holes in my wall.
Damn.
So, it's just silly to me that you would want to be with my abuser knowing that I cried to you about the abuse that I was going through and the things that I was dealing with. But at the end of the day, I just feel like that should have never happened. But again, two demonic.
That means she was listening to you complain like.
And
I like that.
Yeah, so that's the story time. Again, all of this is hypothetical, based on a hypothetical story. Okay? Okay. So, a couple people have asked for...
Okay, so all of this is alleged, but this is the girl's,
story time, but before I do
hold on. This is her page. How the fuck do I go over? I can't. This is her... this is all alleged, and what does it say? Replying to, this is not hypothetical, let's say alleged that this all happened. Allegedly this all happened. Anyways, they're running around telling people I'm crazy, but I could have handled the situation way worse, but that's okay. I know the Lord got me. Damn. Let's see her page. This is, so what was it? I found out your best friend and roommate have been sleeping with. Okay, because when I first read it, I thought her best friend and a different girl, her roommate, were sleeping with her boyfriend.
We're gonna keep it cute and we're gonna keep it classy because I was just sent something. Obviously, it is not a repeated pattern. As I mentioned,
Not gonna see
no,
this.
It's not a mistake when you go in and move in with the boy, as well as this. As everyone knows,
Oh, no.
as I mentioned.
Yeah, they're still together and they're going strong. See, I'm pretty sure all of her things are just, okay, don't. Lambo, cool. No, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. Oh, that's why she was hiding. The enemies in the car. Wow, that's crazy. Hey man, I don't condone this. I got my own ball. It's my own outdoors, the old school Spalding, the old school Wilson. No, I'm not talking about the Evo. I'm talking about the Adams Silver sign, you know, the old school leather joint. The one that you like this. That's mine. But hey man, I'm gonna end the video right there. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Too much drama. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.